Alrighty, last video, doing the perspective of P1 Drow. Alright, so we're all going up top for a kill. Starting items look pretty standard. You got the 7th Tango from your P5. It's kind of silly, we talked about that on the P5 video. So this is the uneventful push through where we thought we might get a first blood. It's fine. Alright, so at some point I think you decided to TP. Did you just run the whole way? Yeah, okay, so you did end up TPing. There you go. You could have blocked that range creep a smidge, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I remember this part. This is where you get stuck going for one or the other. And so it's just unfortunate. You should really try and coordinate that with the Witch Doctor. You ended up going for the deny instead of the range creeps secure, and that's fine. You probably expected the Witch Doctor to go for securing the range creep. You just got to communicate that with them, because I think the Witch Doctor didn't understand what the plan was there. Alright, playing safe, that's good. A little bit of free harass. I don't think that was defensive aggro. I think that's just the Witch Doctor targeting the Bloodseeker. There you go. Nice, good. Last hit, okay, you missed one there. Didn't even shoot at it, okay. Okay, still not. What's the Bloodseeker's damage? He's 62 with the Quelling Blade, so he's got a huge advantage on you. What was that, 75 to your 61? That's rough, that was 59. That's right, keep pulling the stuff under the tower. You got, okay. Five to 6, not terrible right now, but yeah. See, looks like you kind of decided between going to help with the fight against the Treant Protector and still trying to get your hits. Okay, so you decided to go for the nuke there instead of the last hit or the denies. You got the deny on that last one. That's good. Seem to be doing okay here. Trees on the right, so you're playing on the left. That's right. Good. Nice deny. I'll prep that. There you go. Okay, good. You can throw a couple hits on that tree if you see him. Just make him reposition. Okay, you gave that one to the Bloodseeker. There you go. You guys gotta discuss those when you're trying to do a double deny. Alright, so giving away a lot of CS here.
That's no good.
That was a good one. That guy dies. Probably a tough deny there, but yeah. So from there, so you ran back. You're running back a little far. You're looping around, and rather than sidestepping or whatever, you run like a little circle. There's not a lot of reason for your hero to like run a loop like that. Okay, good one. So with your 7 tangos, I would have actually tanked that creep wave out here on the side. That's just me. You've got a lot of regen you don't need to worry about. Bloodseeker's not putting any harass on you. Next time the creep wave comes in like that, don't pull them back under the tower. Pull them out to this area over here, because you can tank like 5-10 seconds worth of a little bit of creep damage and not worry about not having regen to play it. And that way your creep wave, see, like this next creep wave is going to be in a terrible position up here, whereas you could have still been with this next creep wave down in front of your own tower. Okay, good. That's a little hard one. Enemy's coming in, so you gotta get back. Not taking a point in Gust, which is the right play. Unfortunately, with the way this lane is, I would consider taking the Gust earlier than you expect to, just to keep yourself alive, because this lane is not going to go particularly well with how little the... Okay. Yeah, miscommunication there on what the plan was. Witch Doctor's trying to go in for some damage. You were doing something else. It's not your fault, really, but once the Witch Doctor does commit to that, you got to put your damage on the maledicted person and not the tree. You kept trying to hit the tree while the Bloodseeker was maledicted. So definitely attack the same person as the Witch Doctor more. Nice aim to give you that clarity. Okay, that was early. You're just giving it to the Bloodseeker. When you prep it early like that, that Bloodseeker is good enough to watch you hit the creep way too early, realize that it's going to be, CSable at that point, and then just CS right after your prep. So you really don't have the time to do that. Okay. Fortunately, the tree was there, a little too close for anything. You're running... Okay, so if you had ran straight out this way more, you might have been able to get out of the blood right. But you kind of ran across the circle as opposed to away from the center. Again, not a big deal. You got 1.5 million tango. So try not to deny too much here and prep more of these, because the tail end of this wave right here is going to push in your tower. So you're not... This is one of the few times where it's actually good to start just auto-clicking these creeps here. Because your support, is going to miss this pull. He's not going to get it. You've got 2 creeps against 4, and so the more of these guys that pull in, the more of a problem it's going to be, unless you can somehow try and pull these guys and keep them alive. And that's highly unlikely. But either way, even if you end up doing that, if you let these creeps push into your tower, that's fine. That's another way to do it. You need to make sure you get back out here to intercept the next creep wave coming down, because your creeps are a little too far. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to let all the creeps come into your tower, and then you're going to lose position, whereas it would be ideal for you to pull them out here. I mean, it's not bad that you're pulling them under a tower. Talked about this on the P5 video. It's a good place for you to be. It's nice and safe. You get the extra bonuses from the tower. Treant and Bloodseeker don't want to dive because of the Witch Doctor counter spells. So it's a good, safe place to be. But since you're having kind of a bad lane right now, and your Witch Doctor is kind of getting bullied around, it would be better for you to try and maintain the creep equilibrium right here on the outside of the tower, as opposed to willfully pulling it underneath the tower when you don't have to. Okay. This is good. You come to help him. That probably saves his life for a little bit. And then, you gotta try and get that guy. Bloodseeker is still in the way. Okay, you dodged the blood right. That's good. And then you gotta change targets. Yeah, just take what kill you can. That's fine. Eat a tango. You're low. There you go. Okay, nice freebie denies everywhere. Okay, you prepped that one for no reason. You didn't have to. Okay, so those were 2 free last hits you could have had. You ended up prepping early. I don't know if that's your glyph, but if it is, that's good. Not a big deal. Well, I know a lot of people like to use early game glyphs just to throw off people's last hitting. Alright, terrible position here, so now you need to think about doing your own pull out of a hard camp. Bad spot. Oh, that's close. Yeah, bad spot for you though, way up here. You need to go leech some experience off of that hard camp with the Treant Protector and let that wave go. You're not getting anything off that wave. Yeah, you need to go into that camp with Witch Doctor. Alright, and I think this is the part, where you die. Just unfortunate positioning plus a lack of vision there from both the Witch Doctor and wards. But I don't think you should chase the wave. I think you should go for the camp Treant is fighting for, and then just contest him and let Bloodseeker have a full wave all to himself. Alright, so you got the double branches, which I assume is going to turn into a magic wand at some point. Alright, so now this is really weird. I wonder if you're thinking something when you cancel that. Yeah. So I have no idea why you cancel that, and the only explanation is that has to be a misclick, but that hurt you bad. You canceling your TP for no reason and then just walking the lane is probably, what, 2 waves worth of experience or something? So, an awful lot. Alrighty, let's see what happens here. Okay. So this is iffy because he's got a 6 and you're too far forward compared to the tree. So yeah, you guys change targets to the tree at this point. Yeah, Yeah, I think you were still dead without the death, even without the Death Prophet showing up. The Death Prophet just cleaned it up real quick, and now they're going to take the tower for free. But that was just very aggressive positioning.
That's what happens when I run.
There's a lot of damn changes in this patch. So a patch just dropped. I'm reading the little updates that are hanging onto my phone. Alright, so at this point you switch lanes, so I think the laning phase is over. You've got all your tangos, which is fine, it's ideally you should, because that means you're not getting harassed. But you're just getting nuked down completely. You died twice just because the Tree and Bloodseeker combo doesn't wear you down slowly, it just nukes you. So you got to be careful in the positioning, especially when your P5 is kind of off doing something else, and maybe the P5 isn't really aware of what's going on the map. You kind of have to play extra cautious on your own to kind of make up for your support not being able to help you while the enemy support ganks you, because you can't take any of those fights 1v2. And then the couple times that you guys tried to go 2v1 were just felt really clunky. It didn't feel like you guys really had it. And I wouldn't have even tried to go for most of those kills. I would have just played a little safer and just tried to power farm and work on some of those last hits. There were a few freebies. You're doing really well in the denies. So the denies are excellent. You have 17. But you just got to get some more of the CSs. You prepped a lot and gave Bloodseeker a lot of free denies too. So I try not to prep really early ones for him because it just helps his CS. Alright, and that wraps up all the replay analysis.